Happening today, it is the first day of the Minnesota State Fair. The fair brings thousands of people together to celebrate all that Minnesota has to offer. While it is now held in Falcon Heights, it wasn't always that way. Jeff Wagner takes us back in time, including the fair's ties to right here in southern Minnesota.
The Minnesota State Fair is 322 acres of food, fun, and all things farming, nestled between the state's two largest cities. A location that feels like a no-brainer today, but wasn't so clear in the mid-1800s. Did the fairgrounds used to be somewhere else?
The fairgrounds used to be in many different places.
Carrie Huber is an archivist with the fair.
So it started off in Minneapolis as a territorial fair in 1855 and 56.
Once officially a state fair, it bounced around, spending time in Rochester, Red Wing, Winona, Owatonna, Fort Snelling, and of course the Twin Cities. Touring, however, became a logistical challenge.
Almost every year, there would have to be new buildings created, new fences put up.
How did the fairgrounds end up in its current location?
So Henry S. Fairchild was part of the St. Paul Chamber of Commerce and suggested this space,
which in the 1870s, seen here on this map west of Lake Como, was farmland owned by Ramsey County, a little more than 200 acres that would be donated to become the fair's permanent home.
Minnehaha Falls was one of the options as a permanent site. Even Shakopee and Rochester suggested to have the fair as a permanent location. But being truly midway between St. Paul and Minneapolis was ideal.
How has it expanded since it started?
The biggest, I would say, expansion was in 1907 when we had 40 acres that we purchased up north, known as Machinery Hill.
Decades later, more parking lots and administrative buildings were added around the main grounds, pushing the fair's footprint past 300 acres. We're in the History and Heritage Center near the West End Market to highlight this map on the floor. It's a glimpse of the fairgrounds from 1934, and everything highlighted in orange is still standing today. For instance, we have the grandstand, and in the northeast corner, the two oldest buildings on the property.
We have the Fine Arts Building and the Progress Center. They were both built in 1907, and originally the Fine Arts was dairy, and the Progress Center was poultry.
Next oldest is the grandstand, built in 1909, but clearly upgraded to accommodate 21st century entertainment. Nods to the past can be found all across the grounds, a historic site ready to write another chapter.
It's just really special last 12 days of the summer.
Gives you goosebumps. Gates open at the Minnesota State Fair in just about 20 minutes at 7 o'clock. The fair runs through Labor Day.